astronauts to the pool.
Hey everybody, Pete Brain here. I've been looking at some spacewalk footage, and I got to tell you, it looks like they're filming in a swimming pool. That's what this video is about. Let's go. An object in motion will tend to stay in motion, right? And an object at rest tends to stay at rest. Now, this is supposedly on the ISS, which this could actually be a zero-G plane. It is in zero-G, but there is atmosphere in the room here. There's air conditioning and there's air, so the ball could be thrown off course. But if it was totally void of any atmosphere, that ball would go straight forever in a zero-G environment. Okay, I want to show you three things that I found looking around at some spacewalk footage. And these are things that cannot happen in the weightlessness of space and in a vacuum. And I want to stress the vacuum portion of this because in a vacuum, an object in motion will tend to stay in motion, yet these things are zigzagging and things are moving that shouldn't be moving. Imagine going in a car at 60 miles per hour. And you can stick your hand out the window. Well, your hand wants to blow into the back seat, right? Because the wind is so fierce, the atmosphere is so thick. So imagine at 100 miles per hour, what would happen? Imagine then at 1,700 miles per hour, what would happen? Your hand would blow off. Now imagine at 17,500 miles per hour. This is what they say the ISS is moving right here. 17,500 miles per hour. Well, in order for them to step outside for a spacewalk, there has to be a complete void of atmosphere. If you stuck your hand out the window of the ISS, moving 17,500 miles per hour up in space where they say they are, then you could have a sleeved shirt on, a long sleeve shirt, and it wouldn't even ruffle. It wouldn't even blow the fabric at all. Okay, so keep that in mind as I show you these three anomalies, okay? So I'm going to show you some clips of debris moving and changing direction and them displacing things by moving close to them. By moving their foot close to something, it moves. And I'm going to show you this is impossible. So here we are, supposedly on the ISS. This is from a spacewalk. And here's what is a piece of debris, or actually we know it's probably a bubble. Now, it just made a right turn. Do you see that? And I superimposed the swimming pool, the NBL, the Neutral Buoyancy Lab, where they practice. Okay, so you can see nothing can make a turn. There has to be zero atmosphere for them to step out of a vehicle moving 17,500 miles per hour. There can be absolutely no atmosphere at all, not even ruffle a feather or hair on their head if they were exposed, anything exposed. So right there is busted. It cannot make a turn like that. So every object in motion that's not tethered has to travel in a straight line. Here's another bubble. This is from a long time ago. Many of you have seen this already. Now, they would claim it's a piece of ice or debris. It can't curve. It can't make turns. Objects cannot zigzag in a weightless vacuum. And then here's underwater at the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. And here's what you would expect because of the currents in the pool, right? There, that just made a little left turn. Did you see that? Also, the astronaut's causing a little drag as he backs up, and that pulls the debris. There's filtration systems. That's what we're seeing in the spacewalk. Sorry. That's the way it is. And here they are practicing, with all the cameras going, like 3 cameras, and yeah. So you still don't believe that this could be filmed down here and shown to us as actual spacewalks? Let's see Jonathan Bird's thoughts when he entered the NBL swimming pool.
Today's adventure takes me to the Johnson Space Center at NASA in Houston, Texas.
And I'm standing on the International Space Station.
And check out the oh so subtle smirk right there. Hee hee.
I descend into the clearest water I've ever seen, and it looks like an underwater movie set, like an underwater movie set, like an underwater movie set.
Okay, this is a video of a spacewalk, and it's up some like 9-hour video. Anyway, I'm going to show you how this is part of how things shouldn't behave in a vacuum and in the weightlessness of space, right? In a free fall, which they're in the ISS, everything should go in a straight line, as I've already showed you, but also nothing can be affected by movement because there's no atmosphere to push. And so what I'm going to show you is his foot's going to come over here and push this little strap right here. Before his foot gets to it, the strap's going to move. Another impossibility in space. Because, again, the foot is going to displace water. Okay, so watch this. Whoa, see that start to move? All right, let's zoom in to the next. Let's take a closer look. Now, that strap is going to move before his foot gets there. And that indicates that this stuff that they say they're training in the NBL, they're actually filming in the NBL, the Neutral Buoyancy Lab. They're in water because that strap has no idea, in a vacuum, that strap would have no idea that the foot is approaching because there's no atmosphere. But in the pool, there's water being pushed towards it. Boop, you see that? It already started to move right there. Boom, still moving. Boom, moving. All right, let me back that up. Let's come down again. See that? He hadn't even got to it yet. Now, there's no way that'll be moving in a vacuum. That's got to be in water. There you go. Okay, let's go to the next. Here's another shot. See this line right here? This is going to move as well from this weird thing, whatever that's supposed to be. Boom. Now I'm going to show you. This one's not as easy to tell as the other one, but this one also, this line starts to move before it gets hit, if it even gets hit. Let's see. Oh, see, here it comes. Oh, it's moving already. See that? Whoop. Whoop. It's moving. Moving. Let's see how quick. You can see it compressing right there. Up. Compress down. Up. Clearly hasn't touched it. It's got to be in water. There's just no other explanation for that. And just too much evidence supporting that. I think I'm going to do one more super zoomed. I kind of changed the contrast on this a little bit. Boom. Okay, let's back that up. I'm going to show you that that definitely moves before it gets to it. It moves. Go back. Hasn't got moves. See it compressing down? Moves. Okay, I don't know about you, but that sure looks like, that would be water being displaced by that thing, whatever it is, and it's pushing ahead of the thing and it's moving the wire. That's what it looks like. And here's some more evidence of just how easy this is to fake. Okay, still not convinced that this is being filmed underwater. Here's some space footage and some audio, and then some audio from a couple of underwater cameras and some swimming pools so that we can compare the difference.